Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Aishwarya Borde and I make finance simple for you to understand, especially for the people who come from the non-finance educational background. Through my last few videos, I made it clear why it was necessary to invest, the reasons being financial planning, retirement planning, to beat inflation and to achieve the benefit of compounding. So now the question arises where to invest. And there are so many investment options that I've picked up a few very well-known investment options, and I'll explain the benefits, that is the advantages and disadvantages of investing in those options. So you have to choose wisely for yourself which suits you better and pick up accordingly. I will just briefly touch upon each investment and not go in depth because that will require one separate video for each investment option. I can do that later, but right now I just want to introduce you to all these options. Before starting with the different options of investment, let me tell you the two things that determine which investment option you should choose, and that is risk and return. Now, risk and return go hand in hand. That is, if the risk is high, the returns are also high. And if the risk is low, the returns are also low. There is also something known as moderate risks and moderate returns. Here, risk is the safety of your money, how well you can be assured that your money is in the safe hands, and returns are the profits that you will get on this invested money. So considering risk and returns, we will analyze all our investment options. So let's begin with the first one. I have broadly classified all the investing options in two major categories, one being the fixed income options and the other one being variable income options. So in the first one, that is the fixed income option, you are given a perfect interest rate, that is say 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%, any exact number, that is the exact percentage of interest that you will gain as an income on your investments. Whereas in variable income options, you are not aware of any fixed interest rate, but it can vary from time to time, or say whatever is going on in the companies. And the best example would be stock market. You cannot exactly predict that you'll get this much interest in this much period of time. It depends on various factors. So one by one, let us analyze all the options under these two categories. Now let's begin with the first category, that is the fixed income options. Under fixed income options, you have two major options, that is FD, that is fixed deposits, and second one is bonds. We all know about FDs, right? We invest certain amount of money in the bank, and after the maturity, we get some return. The return is usually somewhere around 5 to 7%. And there is a maturity date, like after this much period of time you will receive this much interest. And this is the safest, I guess, very low risk, and the returns are also low, but as our grandparents and everyone believes in it, it's very safe. Like bank FDs, there is something also known as company FDs, or even known as corporate fixed deposits. They work same like the bank FDs do. You have to invest some money with the company in the form of fixed deposit, and after the maturity period, you will gain certain interest on it. But here the risk is high, and also the interest rate or the returns, you can say, are also high. The risk is that if the company shuts down, there are a lot of chances that you lose your money completely, like no returns, but you also lose the money that you've invested. Certain banks and companies also give you the benefit to redeem your investment, that is your FD, at any point of time, and they do not charge penalty charges. And this is in a way good because that increases the liquidity of the fixed deposits. So here your interest rate is a little low, the risk is also low, and the liquidity is high. So overall it's very safe, and basically a person with basic knowledge of investments can also go for FD, and it's the easiest one. The second option under fixed income investment options is bonds. Bonds are very safe. Government bonds are very safe. There are also private companies that offer bonds, but let us consider government bonds for the time being. Government bonds are quite safe and the risk is low, but the interest rate or the returns are moderate, and that is why it is a good investment option. So basically a bond is nothing but it's like government taking loan from people like you and me, common people, and returning it after a certain period of time with certain interest, and that is how we get returns on our investment in a bond. So this fixed income investment option is really good for the people who want to protect their capital. That is, they want to go for very low risk and low to moderate return investment. So basically the return here is say around anywhere from 5% to 10%, because bonds sometimes give really good interest rates. Now let us talk about the second classification, that is variable income investment option. There are three things under this category. First one is gold, second one is equity, and third one is real estate. Now about gold, you never know when the prices can rise to a sky high limit and when they can fall down to a very low limit. So gold was previously considered to be medium risk, medium return, but now that we can see a lot of changes, drastic changes, it is considered as high risk, because there are other reasons like safety, the storage, where to store gold, it can be robbed easily, and there are also other things like whenever you buy physical gold, you have to be very sure that you are buying real gold and nobody is looting you with fake gold. And also there are many ways to buy gold nowadays. There are options like physical gold, there are options like digital gold, ETF, sovereign gold bonds. I guess I will be making a video soon on types of gold investments, but yes, I think gold is a risky option. The second option under variable income investment options is equity. Under equity, I can say the best is stock markets, and after stock markets comes mutual funds. Let's talk about stock markets. Stock markets is wherein you invest in a company. If the company does well, it shares its profits with you, the investor. But stock markets are really very risky, and the risk arises because to invest in stock market, you need the knowledge of stock market. And it's okay if you really don't have that knowledge, because that's when mutual funds come in. More about mutual funds in this video itself, but let's talk about stock markets. Stock markets are high risk and high returns. You have to be very careful before choosing the right stocks. You can also trade. Trading is even riskier because you need a lot more information than you would require for value investing. And say you don't know anything about stock markets but you want to invest in stock markets, then there comes the role of mutual funds. Mutual funds are nothing but they help you in investing into the stock market indirectly. They do all the study, they give you all the options of choosing from high risk, low risk, medium risk, high liquidity, multi-cap, small cap, and various such options, and then you choose according to your will in what type of mutual fund you want to invest, and just pay a lump sum amount or keep paying monthly, and your money will be invested in different stocks, and whatever is the profit that you will get after cutting some fee, that goes to the mutual fund managers and for all the services that they provide you. And the last option in variable income investment options is real estate. Real estate can again be considered as high risk and high returns, but there are many factors affecting real estate. There is a lot of paperwork, and sometimes if something goes wrong with the paperwork, if it is done illegally, you can find yourself into major problems. But if it goes really well, there are chances of very high returns. Say the biggest disadvantage can be that if you buy a beautiful building with a lavish and very attractive view, and everyone is ready to pay a very good price for that building just because of its view, and say you buy that building at a very expensive rate and you think of it as an investment, and you'll sell that building after a few years and gain a lot of profit out of it. But while you've purchased it and within a year someone else just blocks the view of your building, that is, they build a building in front of your building, your entire view is lost, and the main motive behind buying that building, that is the view, has completely gone, then the price of that building will reduce drastically, and now your investment will have returns in negative. So this is one of the downfalls. The second downfall can be many political and geographical reasons. So you have to be very careful before buying real estate. You have to make sure that you've considered all the advantages and disadvantages. So yeah, these were the very well-known investment options. There are many other investment options like the post office, the recurring deposits that I haven't touched upon, but I guess these were the most common and very well-known, easy to understand investment options. And while building your portfolio, in most of the cases you consider all these options and build your portfolio. Make sure to diversify your portfolio, that is, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not just go for fixed deposits or just for the stock markets. Say if you are a young person, you should, I'm giving just rough numbers, but you should say invest 70% in equity, 20% in fixed income investment options, and say the remaining in metals like gold. And if you're an old person, you should do the opposite, that is, you should invest 70% of your investments in fixed income options, 20% in equity, and 10% in, again, say metals like gold. There are also options to invest in silver, but I myself personally don't consider that as a very good option. And another thing is that please make sure to study your requirements, to make sure to understand what kind of a risk taker you are, and then go for any kind of investment options. More detailed videos on mutual funds and stock markets coming soon. So stay tuned, like, share, comment and subscribe.